Hello, this is the lower hull of my Tiger. Yeah, you can see that I use two different colors for the road wheels, a gray tone from Revell and yellow or sun yellow from Tamiya. I'm very pleased with the yellow, it looks pretty nice. And yeah, I also made some rims of the inner road wheels in metallic to simulate missing color of stones which were kept between the rollers. Yeah, the tracks is also on. These are the rubber band tracks, and to simulate the slack of the tracks, I use two stables. You can see them on the inside. I hope you can see them. Yeah, you can clearly see the back one in the shadow, and here's one on the sun at the moment. To remove the tracks, I can remove the stables. I can pull them out, and then I can remove the track again. And they are very hard to see later because there are some flaps over here, and yeah, and they will become the same color like the tracks later. You can see one here, but it's very hard. Or you can see this one a bit clearer, but when I turn the tank around, to see them on this side is pretty hard. I have to get a really good angle to see this one in the back, and this one is completely invisible, so I'm very pleased with the result, and the stack looks nice as well. Okay, at the front there's this bar for the tracks mounted. The tracks are not mounted at the moment, but they come later. And on the back part is also mounted, not completely, but nearly complete. You can see the flaps behind the tracks. I damaged them a bit to see some battle damage or anything else, and there's one sheet missing over the exhaust pipes. I will damage them as well to show some markings of shrapnel or something else. Yeah, so far so good. That's my lower hull. I hope you like it to that point. The tracks will be painted later and weathered as well. Yeah, and that's it for the lower hull. Next part is to mount everything else. When I paint the tank later, I will mask the road wheel part, and then I can paint easily the rest. Yeah, that's it. Then, next part of the video is the Tiger talk. Thank you. Okay, it's time for the next Tiger talk. I apologize for the bad light at the moment. It's 8 o'clock in the evening, a thunderstorm is coming, it's pretty dark outside. And yeah, I try my best with the lights. Okay then, let's talk about the ammunition of the Tiger. You all know something about the engine, how much horsepower it has and how fast the thing can drive. But it is really hard to get some information about the ammunition. So now I will try to help you a bit about the ammunition. Okay, the first thing you see here is the Sprenggranate 33. That's a high explosive shell, which were shot by the Tiger. So, first of all high explosive shells has their fuse at the front, and armor-piercing shells with explosives has their fuse on the back. Shaped charges, wow, what a word, has the fuses as well in the front. So, the first thing you are looking at is the Panzersprenggranate 43. That's a high explosive shell 43. With the fuse at the front, we have TNT as filling for the explosive, and we have a pretty thick shell case around. We have two leading bands and you can change the fuse to delay or non-delay. This is made by a small screwdriver or something else, where you can change to delay or non-delay explosion. The whole shell has a weight of around about 10 kilograms. Okay, that was the first one, which were shot by the Tiger. Okay, the second shell the Tiger is shooting is not this one, that's the third one. Before I will show you this one, sorry when it's a bit shaky. Oh, that was the light switch. So, this is the other. This is the Panzergranate 3943. This is an armor-piercing grenade. You can see it clearly. The fuse and the tracers in the back. And there's no fuse at the front. This is just a ballistic hub for better, so it flows a bit more stable. And this is the penetrator, the body of the shell, with a small, some small, not a much explosive in the back. And the explosives RDX. It's RDX. There's only 60 grams of RDX inside. So this is a Panzersprengranate. This was shot against heavily armored tanks, or against tanks. Heavily armored, or a bit more modern version is coming now. This is the Panzersprengranate 4043, armored piercing grenade 4043. You can see there is no explosive inside there, but there's a tungsten penetrator inside. So this is it's also a tracer in the back, and that's it. That's not the fuse, that's only the tracer. Yeah, this is also just a hub for the ballistic. Okay, and the last ammunition Tiger shooting, not this one, this is a 10.5 centimeters, is this little baby. Opa. This is the Granate 3943 HL, Hohlladung. That means the shell 3943 shaped charge. This is used against also very armored targets, or very heavily armored targets, or targets which were very far away. The Panzergranaten have the problems that the penetration depends on the speed of the shell, and that's a bit different on a shaped charge. It doesn't matter how fast the grenade is traveling. It can travel 10 kilometers per hour. It also can travel 100 kilometers per hour. That doesn't matter. Well, faster. A grenade is much faster, of course, but that's a pure chemical reaction to penetrate the armor, not the force of the grenade. So for long distance shots, they normally used Hohlladung or shaped charges, because as longer the shell is traveling, the speed reduces because of the gravitation of the Earth. So this is for for big distances. Okay, there's the fuse at the front and a detonator on the back, and that's it on the tracer, of course. And now let's talk about one very dangerous fuse from the Panzergranate. That's the Bodenzünder 5127. The back fuse 5127. Okay, the Bodenzünder 5127. This is that little baby where I zoom a bit more in, so it's a bit easier to see for you. So there it is. Center it. There we are. At the back we have the tracer. This will be this started to glow when the shell leaves the barrel. Okay, so when the grenades is leaving the barrel, it's a rifle barrel, so we have a rotation on it, but the rotation is in this case totally to ignore. When the grenade left the barrel, nothing happened in the fuse. All parts stay where they are. So then the grenade hits the target, like this one. We have a de-acceleration force, because when the grenade hits the target and started to penetrate the target, the grenade becomes slower. And there's a small little ribbon band here, which is pushed forward due to the de-acceleration. And these safety bores becomes loose. As long the de-acceleration is stronger than the force of the spiral band of the spiral, nothing will happen. But when the de-acceleration stops because the grenade penetrates the tank and is inside the tank, there's no de-acceleration force anymore, and the spiral feather or the spiral moves the Zündnadel, the small needle, and hits the percussion cap. And the percussion cap ignites the 60 grams of RDX, and the grenade will explode inside the tank. That's all. If you want to know more about the other fuses, like the AZ23, the Ausschlagzünder 23, which were used at the high explosive show, please write it in the comments and I will tell you a bit more about this one. Any questions? None? Then I wish you a nice day and we will see us on the next video. Bye.